So guys, between you and me, how excited are you for Thor, Love and Thunder? Really? Yeah, I kind of feel the same way. Now, I like the Thor movies. I really like Now, I like the Thor movies. I love the first one, directed by Kenneth Branagh. He kind of brought the Shakespearean touch to an otherwise what would have been a generic movie, but he did kind of bring that pathos to the proceedings, which I liked. And then, of course, we had Alan Taylor from Game of Thrones directing the sequel, Dark World, which is still better than Shang-Chi, in my opinion. But Natalie Portman, now for me, her character of Jane Foster didn't really leave much to be desired, and I always wonder why she left as well, and because this is going to build up, guys, to the main article of today's video, which is that Thor Love and Thunder poster. Boy, I can't wait to get into that. But I always believe that she and Chris Hemsworth had a bit of a falling out, but this article here from Screen Rant kind of attempts to explain why she did leave. So up until Thor Ragnarok, Portman was the female lead of the Thor films. So it was surprising when her character disappeared from the franchise. In 2016, the actress was asked about her future with the MCU, in which she claimed to be done playing Jane Foster as far as she knew. An interview via Wall Street Journal indicated that Portman's split from Marvel was amicable, considering she shared her positive feelings about her time working on the franchise, but that may not have been the case. Kevin Feige claimed that Jane was absent from Thor Ragnarok due to the fact that the movie primarily took place in the cosmos. Tessa Thompson notably took over as the new female lead Valkyrie. Yeah, Tessa Thompson as Valkyrie, always had a problem. She's a good enough actress, but she's 5'3". When I think of Valkyrie, I'll think of Mike Diodato's Valkyrie right here. Now that is a picture of a woman who's been working out in the gym. She's a Norse goddess. That's what I think of. That's my version of Valkyrie, not Tessa Thompson all staggering out like, I'm drunk. Whatever. I didn't really care for that casting at all. Didn't really overwhelm me. So I'll get back to that in a minute. But then something changed. In 2018, Portman shared that she was open to returning to the MCU. Although that comment felt more like a way to show there was no longer any bad blood between the actress and the studio. It still seemed like Thor Dark World was the last time Portman was willing to play Jane. Of course, this kind of builds up to the announcement in 2019 of Thor Love and Thunder. Now, before I get on to that one, I think that Natalie Portman, she's a fine actress. She's not the greatest actress I've ever seen on screen. I think the two best roles that I like of her is from Heat, where she was Al Pacino's daughter, and when she was in V for Vendetta. Those are like the two most outstanding roles. Not Princess Amidala from Star Wars. She was kind of watered down in that very, very much. Not her fault, it's the dialogue in that movie, but Natalie Portman, she does get called out for a few things, notably the fact that even her fellow peers call her a hypocrite for not producing films with female directors. So remember when I think it was the Oscars in 2020, she wore this dress that had all these female directors' names on the dress, like Greta Gerwig, and who else was I thinking of? Marianne Heller, Alma Orel from Honey Boy, and Celine Sciamma, Portrait of a Lady on Fire. Yet not one of those nominees got an Oscar for their troubles. And the thing is, like, the only Oscar winner who has employed themselves as a female director is Natalie Portman herself. So there you go. She's championing for women to have more prominence in movies, but yet here she is whining about the fact that there's not enough female directors or not enough female representation in the film industry. And it does make me laugh. That I think for me, Natalie Portman suffers from SWS, short woman syndrome. That's what it is. And of course, that now leads me to this cringe moment, which I'm about to reveal. Now, I'm pretty sure you've seen this, but oh my God, I've got to do this again. Now, the part where Natalie Portman walks on, I'm going to have to talk over that part because it is copyrighted music. So here we go. Sorry about the lag here, guys. It's my crappy internet. Wowee, that is 5'3" of I'm so desperate. Oh, hi, Tessa. Yeah, get out my way now, bitch. Oh, nice to meet you again, Chris. And he's thinking, yeah, whatever. Oh, here comes the cringe moment. Oh, please. Oh, it's my foam hammer. Yeah. Oh, God. Oh, why is Taika Waititi on his knee, clenching his fist? Now, folks, when I see Mrs. Millipede, yes, that is Natalie Portman's married name. And, of course, I like millipedes. They're way better than centipedes. Ugh, wow, what can I say? I mean, yeah, I see this pose. I know she's at a Comic-Con 2019, San Diego, but yeah, nothing strikes me here that is she's even attempting to strike a pose. It's like, oh my gosh, I'm so nervous. I'm holding up this fake Thor hammer here and I just can't control my composure. But of course, if you look at this artist's impression now of Thorita, now this is Lady Thor to me. Look at that. The Mjolnir looks like it's almost made of ice, and she looks magnificent. She looks taller than 5'3", that is for sure. That's the thing with Marvel at the moment in Disney. They just seem to be more interested in casting caliber actors, bringing down their talent with their fare at the moment, rather than trying to take a chance on casting an unknown, someone who kind of looks the part. You know, if this was done like in the same time as Terminator 3 Rise of the Machines, Kristanna Loken as Lady Thor, that ain't a bad idea, folks. And she's certainly taller than 5'3". That is made out of foam. That is not the real Mjolnir. There is no way she can lift up the real Mjolnir. Even if she's worthy, she's not. This is like, you know what this is? This is, I managed to negotiate a really good deal with Kevin Feige that he's going to give me a bigger part in the next Thor film. I don't want to be Jane Foster anymore. I think the storyline they are going for is that Jane Foster has cancer. She's dying of cancer. So to be worthy to wield Mjolnir, she'll become Lady Thor Rita. That's what I'm going to call her. Because obviously Rita Ora had some weird connection to the movie because Taika Waititi, instead of making a movie, he thought he'd have fun with her and Tessa Thompson at the same time. Threesome, maybe? I don't know. It's just all weird to me, man. But this is Hollywood for you. Hollywood living their bubbles. Hollywood with the land of make-believers. That's what it is. Yeah, look, I like to laugh at Hollywood because honestly, they've made some great entertainment over the years for me. But they live in this bubble. It's a bubble that sometimes they let people like you and me look into. And then when we see it, it's like, no thanks, but thank you anyway. So now we get to the main crux of this article today, which is the Thor Love and Thunder poster. Oh, are you ready to cringe, boys and girls? Because I certainly am. So the first thing up now, I appreciate art in many forms and factors. But the minute I saw this, the first thing I was thinking was, why is this poster so overcrowded? Now, Valkyrie, Tessa Thompson, that's her in the background right there. Funny how she's shoved in the background, right? That'll probably tell you something. She appears there, and then she appears later on in the background again on board that ship, okay? Now Thor. You think of Thor, you think Chris Hemsworth, that hunky Aussie, right? He's all right there. He's not bad. He's got the glowing eyes again. We see like a partial look at his new outfit. Then we got Chris Hemsworth again in the far top right-hand corner. Okay, wielding an axe. He's there. Okay, 2 Chris Hemsworths for the price of 1. I like it. Then we get Chris Hemsworth again on that ship. Okay, and he's kind of near the front of the ship. We get Lady Thor, Thorita, right there. So Natalie Portman's pretty face is covered up by the helmet, no problem, whatever. Then we got Korg standing there looking like a bit of a dweeb. And then of course, here we go. In case it missed you, Lady Thorita in her infamous glory, emblazoning the poster. Like there's a good side view of her grinning away. Yeah, that's the MCU, folks. And you can barely see Thor Love and Thunder at the bottom. Like whoever did this concept art probably should have gone through Photoshop and maybe brighten those fonts up a little bit more, make them pop out. To me, that kind of almost gets caught in the fury of what's happening in this poster. It's just ridiculous. So I'm wondering how much percent percentage are we going to get of Lady Thor-ita, Natalie Portman, compared to Chris Hemsworth? And look, the other backlash this film might get as well, Chris Pratt also in it. Yeah, the Guardians of the Galaxy are also in this movie. Could you not perhaps have slotted them somewhere in this poster as well? But again, maybe it's the backlash that the fact that Chris Pratt, someone who I happen to like very much, by the way, and yes, Chris Pratt, I did watch the Tomorrow Wars earlier on in the year. I didn't give you a fair stab. I'm going to go and watch that film again on Amazon Prime because you know what? I think I might actually really enjoy it this time. Despite the fact it is an implausible movie, but it is not a woke movie. It is a cheesy action flick. And that's the reason why I'm going to watch it again. But yes, why couldn't you put the Guardians of the Galaxy into this poster somewhere to really get the fans excited? Could be a red flag. Could the film be really good, or can it be tripping over its many over-gagged scenes that we might have coming up? Who knows? Taika Waititi, you know, he used to be one of the geek boys, but unfortunately, I think he's gone to the woke side of the force as well, because as mentioned, there are mandates in place for this movie. Kevin Feige, and I've got to mention this as well. Did I not mention this already? Yes, Kevin Feige. Oh my God. He wants a more female-centric Marvel going forward, and I don't know how true this article is, but with every truth, every rumor, there is an element of truth thrown in for good measure. So Bob Chapek, I've mentioned him already in those Star Wars Star Cruiser videos, has rejected Kevin Feige's woke approach. Now this article was published in August of 2021, but it's worth talking about because there hasn't been an update. But a YouTuber called, I'm not going to say that word, but he's known as Overlord DVD, previously offered up information about problems surrounding Captain Marvel and Brie Larson and how they're retitling the sequel The Marvels, which probably has something to do with the fact nobody really likes Brie Larson. And again, why has Brie Larson got a YouTube channel along with her other fellow actors? YouTube is about you and me, not people who are already famous. Kind of weird, isn't it? As written 2 years ago, Feige's woke approach is going to destroy the MCU, and according to this rumor and box office receipts, that is exactly what is happening, which has seen Disney CEO, well, it's actually going to soon be Susan Arnold, Bob Chapek, react, who is now feuding with Feige over Feige's ideas to destroy and replace the original Marvel characters with new versions of the beloved characters. Yeah, it's true actually. I've said this already. I can already see that red flag happening. And if it happens here again with Thor Love and Thunder, don't say I didn't warn you. My thoughts about that film, I think the trailer is going to be half cringe, half funny. Until we see a trailer, guys, which will probably be January or February of next year, it's going to be really hard to tell. But if you enjoyed this quick video today, folks, about this particular film, which could be not a slam dunk, but probably just a slam, and it might have a struggle to get back up. If you enjoyed it today, you know what to do already. Smash that like button with the Thor hammer of Mjolnir. Strike that lightning subscribe button, and maybe, just maybe, leave a comment below, and maybe you'll see me on my next video.
Like and subscribe, or get your nuts Krogan crushed.